Hi there and welcome to my Plan With Me video for the month of June and my Laurel Denise portrait. So here are the stickers I'll be using in this kit. This is a dashboard insert. Let me see if I can't find the dashboard. Should have probably had these in order for you all, but here is the dashboard and then that other will be my insert. So here's some labels, the weekly short page, some more labels, dates, and the monthly headers, and then some extra washi. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. This is the undated portrait, like I said, so I went ahead and already put, here, the June tab on here, and I'm gonna go ahead and fold this up. It's much easier for me to get this planned out. I'm going to go ahead and start with these headers. So these stickers are on a premium removable matte paper. So makes it nice when you're trying to get things straight and maybe they don't come down or they don't go down as straight as you'd like. You can easily lift the sticker up. I'm sure you'll see me do it several times in this video. And then these strips have the days of the week on here, on also a notes section for the left column. Oops. So this one has a Sunday start. I'm going to go ahead and do a Monday start. Normally I am a Sunday start. I'm used to it, I suppose, in a traditional calendar. But in this portrait, I am liking my weekends together. In my mini horizontal, I still plan my monthly spread with Sunday start, and then the weekly pages I redate and do a Monday start. But with the portrait being that the weekly pages are right below the monthly calendar, I feel like you have to match it up, otherwise it'll look interesting. All right, so here, this is what I'm telling you about how it's easy to pull this up when you don't get it so straight or you end up having a little bubble or something. And again, perhaps. Okay, so on the portrait, I really do believe, for me, that it makes sense to have the days of the week line up underneath the monthly boxes. So that's why I decided to go ahead and just do this whole book, monthly spread with the weekly pages, a Monday start. All right, so I have those down. Now, I like to go ahead and put a washi strip to separate the weekend. So I'm gonna go ahead and there's a couple washi strips down here that's included with the headers for the month, and I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down here, separating my Saturday and Sunday. And I'm just gonna go tad into Friday, so I don't lose too much space here on my Saturday boxes. And then I'm going to just use a ruler and cut that right like that. All right, now what should I do next? Like I said, this is my second month in this book. So sometimes it takes me a few months to figure out how I'm going to. I was thinking about doing the weekly strips here. Again, these are available with a Sunday or Monday start, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and date this. So with this sheet number 2 here, we have 2 different dates. You could use the deco dates or just regular square. So here I use deco dates, and then here are square ones along with these deco hearts. So I'm going to get out my handy tweezers. These just help me grab these guys and place them down. And also for June, as I'm checking the dates here, Sunday is the 1st, but and there's 5 Mondays. So because of that, I'm either going to have 2 Sundays on one square, or I just don't count the 1st in this monthly spread, being that I start on a Monday. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with Monday up here at the top. And I just noticed this guy is not straight. So even after it's been down for a little bit, we can still pull him up and straighten him out. And some of you may know that also have the portrait. Some of the months in the undated didn't come with 5 weeks. So if I started on Monday or Sunday, the 1st, I would need the 5 spreads. But I'm going to go ahead and I only have 4 this month. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the 2nd. And we'll just leave out Sunday. Okay, so let's get back here to dating this guy. I got my tweezers. And now I need to decide, do I want to use my deco or do I want to go ahead and use the squared? So I'm going to go ahead and put down 2 of them, kind of give a little glance here and see what I want to do this month. So we've got the 2nd down on Monday, and then I'm going to put the 9th here below it and kind of look at this and decide what I want to do. So I don't know if you can see that very well. I'm kind of digging the square actually, so I think I'm going to go ahead and use the square ones for this month. So I'll go ahead and pull this guy back up and we'll get to redating this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay all these down and we're going to speed this up some. Even in a dated planner, I always use the date squares or the dates deco that I have in my kits. It just adds a little more pop of color and flavor. All right, and these boxes here, that go into July, I'm just going to cover them up. I notice it outside here, but what I'm doing that you can't see, I was adding a small washi strip on all of the weekly pages to separate the weekends. Okay, so these are the boxes that are on the dashboard here. There's 4 across, and so this sheet comes with 4 different boxes that coordinate with this month. And there's a little spot at the top that you can clearly write in what you would like these boxes for your month check-ins. The habit tracker above here, I'm trying to figure out, I have some things that I track regularly that I enjoy doing, but on some of the other Laurel, Denise, there's a little bit more room for me to write, almost like a key, such as I keep track of watering my plants, so I have some that need to be watered more than others, and so in the other books I would write a key like which plants I watered. Instead of putting a check on that date, I would put letters or whatever the key would be for that. So again, now I'm putting down the monthly dashboard on the right hand side, and again I'm out of the camera. I'm gonna have to make sure I pay attention on this next time. I do apologize. So this is the insert, and I do realize it after this insert and I date it. So this is a monthly box, and then it comes with these dates. So I'm going to go ahead and stop and speed up the video here as I just put all the dates down. In this box, I'm going to be using it as my meal planner, my dinner meal planner. So I'm going to write down in the box each day what I make for dinner. All right, as I finish up here, and then I notice that it's out of view here. So again, my apologies, and I'm not sure why I'm not remembering this today. All right, so there it is. Like I said, I'll menu track just my dinners on that. So now I'm going to do the short pages strips. Now on this strip here, I have the circle dates down at the bottom, but I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and use the deco dates on the strips for something a little bit different. I haven't done that before. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of these strips dated. With those strips now dated, I'm going to go ahead and place them down on all the short pages. The weekly strips are a tad bit larger in height than the little section it is before that. So I'm actually going to line it up so it's at the bottom part of the strip. It's still going to leave a little bit of a white on top, which I kind of like. I kind of like that there's a tad bit of whiteness above the short page here, right above the strip, the weekly strip. So I'm going to go ahead and lay these all down. All right, so we have the weekly strips down. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the back dashboards here. So we've got a pair in the front and a pair in the back. And I have this little monthly insights kit that I'm going to go ahead and use for this month. I did something different in May. I'm going to put the top part on the left side, that says monthly insights. And then I'm going to put the bottom part on the right-hand side. And after I get these down, I'm going to go ahead and use some of the washi strips on the washi sticker sheet here. I just so happens it has the same, of course, pattern on those strips. I'm just going to add the washi. It won't go all the way across. It's going to be a tad bit short, but I will just cover it up here with a deco sticker. Again, annoying that I am not in frame here. Okay, then let's do this right side. So I'm going to pick the other matching washi strip. I'll set this down here. And again, it's just going to be a little short because it's not, they're just for, I have one size, so they go for all the planners. So some may fit all the way across. They're not meant to be used one way or another, so you can find if you choose to get this sheet, what you would like to do with them. I use, of course, the small ones to separate the weekly page weekends. All right, so we have that down. And I'm going to add a few little, yes, I'm going to, so it's hard, not hard, but to make it easier, I should say, again, going to be out of the picture, but I'm going to, here you can see it, add the same deco, so those two hearts back to each other, and it's going to be kind of my built-in tab. So whatever week I'm at, I can easily get to this back section here. If I use a ruler, it'll only be on the page that I am. I don't like the ruler in the back because then when you're writing, you can feel the ruler on that short page. So anytime I write on a Thursday, you would feel the ruler. So if I use the ruler at all, it'll just be for the week that I'm on. Now this guy came with the dashboard. I actually have two of them left over from both of those dashboards I used on here. So I think I'm going to use some of those headers for the top of these boxes. I'm gonna make it work. I typically might name them something different, but it actually works. This will be just fine. So I'm gonna set down the ones I wanna use out of, I don't know, I think there's 7 of them or so on here. So I'll go ahead and pick out the 4 that I'm gonna use for the month to track in these monthly boxes here, right below the habit tracker. All right, and now left on that sheet are 4 checkbox strips. So I'm gonna go ahead and place those down. No, let me adjust this one. So each box will get a checkbox strip as well. Here we go. All right, so I just finished those off. Now on the notes, I'm going to try to use up some of these stickers I have on some sheets that I'm almost finished. So on the short page strip paper here, I have 6 little check dots. So I'm going to go ahead and do every other color. There's 2 different shades of purple. I know it might be hard to see in this video, but I'm going to go ahead and set down all 6, alternating between the 2 colors. And just so I could finish off this notes section on the sidebar here, and then also this sheet of stickers I can get rid of. I'm going to be finished with that page. All right, so let me just go over kind of what I have left here, kind of figure out what else I can do. I need to finish up the back notes page. So let's collect all my thoughts here. All right, so we're gonna flip back here, and I'm just gonna add a couple boxes and maybe some flags and some deco. And when I decide what in the world I'm gonna track back here for my monthly insights for the month of June, I will fill that in, but at least I've got some creativity back here. And then when it comes to me on how I want to fill the rest of this out, it's got a good start here. So I'll add a little deco right on the outside of this box, and this little cute butterfly on the top over here. And then I have a sheet I know somewhere with some flags. I'll just put a couple flags on each side. Again, alternating color, so we can kind of keep it all. I'll put one up here, one down below, and then a couple again on the other right side. And here I go again with me turning this book sideways, which is fine, but perhaps I should just verify at all times that it's in frame of the video. Oh man. All right, so that is that. So let me just flip it over, straighten things out, move my stuff here so you can kind of get a good glance. So we have the whole spread, monthly spread down. I really love this kit. And then we got our weekly short pages. I am missing, I have another sheet that I am missing. So there's 3 options for this extra sheet here. You can get check boxes or you can get timed boxes. So if you want to turn it into an hourly type short pages, there's that option with some boxes, or there's a sheet with just some check boxes. I'm going to do check boxes on mine. So I do need to go locate that really quick because it didn't come out with all my other stuff. I'll be right back. All right, so here's the sheet I was talking about with the boxes, the check boxes and labels. Also in the shop, you can find hourly strips if you're looking for more of an hourly type planning at the bottom short pages. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Like and subscribe.